but someone's got to say it.
This was created for Diablo 4 haters. I personally was very defensive about this. Let's head out and see.
There's a lot of players anxiously awaiting the release of Diablo 4 next year, and a lot of split opinions on the upcoming title. We've also seen a lot of interview footage released on IGN's YouTube channel that puts a very positive spin on the development of the game. But to some players, these interviews haven't necessarily eased their concerns as much as they've lowered their expectations.
What do you mean? What do you mean lower? I'm hyped, and I bet the hundreds of people are hyped too. What do you mean lowered expectations
for the game? I'd love to be all rainbows and butterflies, boys, but it's time somebody tells it like it is. You might be wondering why we had to go to IGN's YouTube channel to find out all of this information, and why Blizzard didn't just put something out in the first place. Well, that's because at Blizzard, they've got 200 IQ.
Let's go to the point.
There's a concept in the marketing industry known as earned media, which basically means that Blizzard can rely on content creators to hype their game up and don't have to spend their own marketing money to do so. 200 IQ.
Whoa. So that's the reason basically why they're releasing so much betas. That's the reason why they are prolonging the release, and that's the reason why they're just dropping bits and pieces of little content so that content creators could circle around and create skepticisms, theories, lores, additional content. That is 200 IQ. Okay.
Just like that time they had an open beta, but required everyone to sign a non-disclosure agreement to participate. What an amazing opportunity it was for content creators all around the world. They could spend hours on the game, gather their...
I missed that, but hey, we're gonna have next beta open up soon as well, so it's fine.
Thoughts and opinions from high-level gameplay and critique, and then not talk about it. And then there's the respecking in Diablo 4. Remember the good old days of Diablo 2, back before there were respec tokens? The good old days where if you misclicked a skill point at level 75, you deleted your entire fucking character?
Never happened. Whoa. I didn't think that ever happened to anyone. You misclick a skill point and you need to create a new character? No one misclicks a skill point. Skill point is something that if you get from level 99 or like level 90, it takes you so long time to level that you have so much thoughts and ideas what kind of stat you're gonna level and what kind of point you're gonna click. So it was never a problem, and respecting it creates replayability that is awesome. I didn't get this point.
Heard it again? Well, they're bringing it back in D4. They'll let you respec at low levels for cheap. But if you misclick after level 50, you best be thinking about deleting that entire character and starting again.
There's going to be a point in time where you go like, oh, I would like to be a different barbarian.
Yeah.
But it's too expensive to undo everything I've done. It's actually better for me to roll another barbarian and start a new one.
That's right. Delete that fucking barb and start over. We're making PvP a thing in this game, and you know that the top duelers didn't mess their build.
Ooh, okay. I got the ball. I said a bold claim. Now I'm not sure if I should regret it or not.
Builds up. In Diablo 2, when your friends were done laughing at you for your stupid build, one of them might trade you a token to respec your character. But in D4, they know you don't have friends. And even if you did, they're not going to help you because there's no trading.
Hey guys, help me out. Like, share, and subscribe this video. Thanks so much. Let's go.
In this game. People don't care about items and the value that they trade for in Diablo games or any games in general. That's nonsense. At Blizzard, they believe Diablo 3 was the greatest game in the franchise, so they're taking pages out of that game's book. The one where the butterfly kills Deckard Cain, in case you didn't remember which one it was. Soul-bound items, account-bound items. They're gonna have it all in this game. Why would they make a fair and functional...
I don't care. Most of the players gonna play this game solo anyways.
...form of in-game trading in D4. You want in-game currency? Maybe you wanted an auction house that doesn't create a paywall. Fuck out of here. There's a rule in the industry known as the 80-20 rule, where you can solve 80% of a problem by doing 20% of the required work. In-game trading is difficult, so you know what? No trading. 80-0.
Wow. Okay. There is trading, so this is quite misleading. There is trading, but it is limited.
200 IQ. We're taking the baby out with a bathwater.
And you can't see 20. Just simply look at the graphics, the animations, the gameplays that is produced. It's standing out as one of the most polished ARPGs in the market, and there's nothing like it up till this day. There's no action RPG like Blizzard quality. There's none. No one is releasing such quality games.
D4. Adults are not to be trusted with freedom, freedom to trade items, freedom to respec characters, or freedom to talk about this game. But maybe there's freedom to explore what they're calling an open world. Remember Breath of the Wild and how good that open world was? A world that was truly open, allowing players to go to the final boss within minutes if they felt froggy enough, or if they were a seasoned player. Do you remember how good that freedom felt? Well, forget it.
Come on, so negative.
Nintendo is for babies, and freedom is for babies. D4
Aren't we all babies?
is a real open world where you are free to explore places that Blizzard allows you to. You can discover overrun cities and conquer them, just as long as you've made it that far in the storyline and are allowed to access that part of the world. You can discover monsters in this open world with chains around their wrists, ready to wrap them around a player and hold their hand. Monsters that are so rich from stepping all over.
I think that item bounds for account items and for character items that are bound, I think it could be the same thing with the content. If you unlock a large portion of the content, it's going to be accessible for your other character. I somehow believe it could be a thing.
Players that they puke gold with blatant disregard as to whether or not they're even connecting with players anymore. Blizzard released Diablo 2 Resurrected in an attempt to shut players up last year, but it backfired. It was the best game released in the franchise in the last 20 years.
That's absolutely wrong. If you recall World of Warcraft Dragonflight, the hype is huge. It's not the best game. This video is very misleading.
The one before that was the original Diablo.
I'd even say like a fact check.
2. You think they'd take pages out of that game's book, but you're wrong. It's time for something new. And by new, I mean no. No runes, no rune words, no trading, no respecking, no freedom. It's all online. So
who cares about that, as it was only in Diablo 2. If you want to play Diablo 2 extensive versions, there's mods. But we are speaking about a brand new game. You can't have the game that is brand new having old games mechanics that is on not too sure if everyone's gonna like. You're gonna add mechanics that you know that players gonna like. You're gonna have a dark atmosphere. You're gonna have a skill tree. You're gonna have points to level up. That is what drives players. It's not Runewords. It's more than that. And if you wanted to have like Runewords in Diablo 4, you need to have like a Diablo 2 Resurrected version 2 that extends the game to Diablo 4 realms. But this is a separate game. You should not think that those things should be in combination and all of the things that was previously could be added to the new game. It's not how franchises work.
Oh, no single player, no modding. All of the things you loved about your favorite Diablo games, trash them. They're committing to make continuous content to add to the game each season in an attempt to bring people back.
Each season, new cosmetics, new battle pass, and I believe new fixes and new tweaks.
Like in D3, the best game in the franchise, now darker. One of the biggest draws to the Diablo franchise, especially with Diablo 2, has always been that it's felt like the Wild West. And yes, that does come with some drawbacks. But the more freedom that you give to players, the more immersed they feel in the game. Don't make it absolutely unaffordable to fix your character at a high level when you finally learn how to play the game and force a player to start over. Don't restrict a player's ability to trade away that.
So we're just going into from absolutely trashing and being negative about the game from this person's perspective to giving tips how to address the problems and make the game absolute butterfly for the players. I don't agree with that. Keeping the game hardcore, keeping the game with a hard punishing lessons for you to learn is a good thing. Example with the Souls-like games. They just bash your head into the wall and expect you to learn next time, to dodge an attack. This is the same thing. If you don't think about the things and you end up in the bad situation, shitty situation, well, better luck next time. Re-roll your character, don't do the same mistake. Learn from your mistakes. But if you're thinking like in Diablo 3, you just gonna be pushed through the levels, and at the end you're gonna look up online guides what kind of skills to apply. Well, it's not going to happen, as you need to level up, and as it says in the developer notes, it will take time for you to level, so you won't be rushed through. So you need to go through the maps, explore, kill mobs slowly, build up your skill points, and you will have good solid experience of the game. Not on the end game, it starts at the start of the game. Same as Diablo 2, same as Diablo 1, and it seems like the same thing is gonna happen on Diablo 4 as well.
The nasty items that they find. Yes, indeed, if you have free trade in a game, I know what you're thinking. It does lead to bots. If you have bots in your game, it's a sign that your game is valuable. You need to get better at banning those bots.
Yeah, Blizzard has a thing for bots. I don't know why, but they don't know how to control the bot inflation, and it's happening within all of the Blizzard games. Always bots everywhere. It's crazy.
At catching those bots, at securing your own servers and games. People make the argument that having free trade leads to pay to win, and that's because they're confused. A pay to win game is something like Diablo Immortal, where you literally can't trade your items away. You have to buy them from the game and then hope that you get what you want. And if you're ever doing PvP in that game, you certainly need the best items. That one is certainly pay to win. Just because an item has value outside of the game doesn't necessarily mean that it's pay to win. The million forum gold sin that we talked about in literally the last video, days are kicked down to a budget version. It is still kicking ass in the DFC at the highest level of competition.
I don't understand this point.
I don't believe the answer to the whole pay to win argument
But this is a very nice Diablo 2 gear, right?
that people jump behind like they have some sort of moral righteous ground on the internet is by getting rid of trading altogether. Instead, it involves good game design, where you don't base the entire skill or power of your character around items, but instead the way it's built and the skill level of the player. I know that's easy to say and a lot harder to design.
It's easy to judge and very hard to listen, as this guy just clearly deaf hearing on any sort of news around the game.
But someone's got to say it.
I personally was very defensive about this. There was a lot of points mentioned that was absolutely incorrect. This was created for Diablo 4 haters, for the ones that's gonna just shit on the game and say that that's so true, this is what happened, but in reality, this is just the lines taken from the book and interpreted in the way that it would incentivize the negative aspects of the game. Now we know it's baloney, incorrect, not true. So we can just go look at the new ones that's gonna be released. New video gonna be up here. If you haven't seen this one, like, share and subscribe this video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.